Today is May 29th, 2014. Get a quick trade recap as well as a stocks to trade kind of, what's the right word? Stocks to trade highlight, I guess. One of the cool things and one of the biggest scans or filters that I use in stocks to trade is the earnings winners that are either hitting new highs or up over 5% intraday. Okay, so this one was, I saw two, and one was decent and one was awesome. Okay, one was XGTI and the other one was XXII. I both put these on my watch list at 8:18 a.m. So I was looking at them at about 8:10 a.m. I'm not going to spend much time on XII. I mean, you could have made a quick 10%. I mean, I think it jumped. You could have bought it at basically when I saw it come on the stocks to trade alert at about 8:10, and you could have sold it soon after the close, for a 10% profit. I mean, obviously some people wait all year for that, but that one's kind of boring. XGTI is the interesting one. So again, I saw this at as soon as I fired up the filter at, what do we got here? 8 a.m. Yeah, right here at 8:02. I mean, I saw it in like the 190s, okay? And you could tell that let me go back a little bit, go back a year. That $2 level is kind of support going back quite, or resistance, I should say, going back quite a way. It has this spike here back in early March, but this $2 level is been there for quite some time. So it spikes through that pre-market, and then what I saw was, it's going straight up. So I'm thinking, okay, I know it's always annoying. I mean, I paper traded it. Okay, I wrote it in my logbook somewhere. I can show it to you, but bought at pre-market 190 to $2. Okay, now the awesome thing is that this thing is a great trade both ways. Okay, it banged around a little bit, which is going to happen pre-market. I mean, something you got to know is if you don't trade pre-market much, I mean, you want to take a smaller position with a wider stop because everything does wacky shit pre-market. So, but anyway, so it dropped as low as, well, actually never really dropped. As soon as it went through 2, it came back to 205, okay, but never, I would have had a stop at 2 or 190 in there. And then up into 9 o'clock, we're at 230. Up into the open, we're at 275. And then it's peaked at 280 at 9:36. Okay, so in an hour, you could have made $1 a share, which is ideal. Obviously, you're buying the kind of the low and selling the high, but you could be pretty dumb and make a lot of money on this trade. I mean, something like this, buying pre-market, I would have bought 1,000 shares because that's, if it jumps around 20 to 50 cents, I don't really care. And you could have just, been patient, and you really didn't have to be that patient considering the fact that you had 5 minutes you could have sold. And obviously it checks back here a little bit to the 270s and 280s, and then you get a pullback, and I would hope you'd sell into that. So you could easily have sold 270s. You could have taken 80 cents. And if you're short biased, which is what I normally am, and this thing was spiking so hard that I had no desire to short it, but you could have shorted into that first pull. You get a little bit of a spike here, 11 a.m., but then it's an all-day fade. You could have covered at noon at 225, or, it closes at, what's the close? 213, or what's it at right now? XGTI, 211, 219 is a bid ask. So you could have made a pretty easy 60 to 70 cents on the short side, and who knows where this thing goes tomorrow. But what I wanted to show is that the reason I'm paper trading these is I hate going long, and I've struggled with this whole idea of just buying stocks on this earnings scan, but it is working over and over and over again lately. So, if I find something like this tomorrow, I will trade it. Now, it'll probably blow up on my face, but these are working, and it's just the cool thing about StocksToTrade is, I mean, this is easy. I mean, it's 2 clicks and you have this thing running. I open it up at 8 a.m. and just have it up in the corner, and you're watching. I mean, you'll see these pop in as they hit your criteria. And then if there's enough volume, if it's a former runner like XGTI, if it's a good story, I mean, they got some Wi-Fi technology or whatever, then these are pretty low-risk plays. And, man, this one was, again, a great play long and short. Could have made $1 one way and 70 cents the other way. So I guess that's it.